Welcome to this relaxing bedtime meditation. First off, I'm really proud of you for choosing to put this meditation on instead of going on your phone, staying in your worrying thoughts, or doing any of the other things that would keep you from getting the restful sleep that you deserve. Now, as your head hits the pillow, it's common to be flooded with thoughts. Believe it or not, this happens to many people. And one of the reasons this happens is because during the day, our mind is so distracted. We often have things to do, people to see, and therefore we're not thinking about our worries or really much at all for most of the day. But the moment our head hits the pillow, the brain starts to get active. It's almost like a secretary that's been wanting to talk to you all day. And now you're finally free. So the brain says, hey, let's think about this. Let's think about that. You, however, are tired and don't really want to talk to the secretary. And that's why we're here. So to find some freedom for this, it's pretty simple. As you're laying in your bed, I want you to start by letting your eyes close if you haven't already. And I want you to start off by noticing any sounds that are going on around you. And if the house is quiet, then just notice how the quiet feels. Now, in addition to hearing what's around you, I want you to just notice your eyes. Maybe there's some light coming in if you have a night light on, or maybe it's just dark, but just notice what it feels like to have your eyes closed. And finally, notice how your body feels just sitting there, or I should say laying there. Notice any tightness, notice any soreness, and even notice if some parts feel comfortable. Maybe it feels good to hit the pillow. When you feel ready, I want you to start to focus on your breath at the tip of your nose, right above your lip, and just notice the air flowing in and flowing out. Now, as you focus on your breath, let your brain do whatever it wants to in the background. Thoughts are going to keep coming and going, and that's totally normal. That's what the brain is supposed to do. But the good news is you don't have to be a part of it. If the flow of our thoughts is like a TV that never turns off, the good news is we can turn away from that TV and instead turn to our breath. At the tip of your nose, right above your lip, just notice that air flowing in and flowing out. And as you're focusing on your breath, if you occasionally get distracted by your own brain or a noise outside, it's no big deal. Just gently bring yourself right back to your breath. At the tip of your nose, right above your lip, and just notice that air flowing in and flowing out. Our focus oftentimes is like a puppy. And if anybody has practiced walking with a young puppy, you'll know they don't exactly stay on the sidewalk during the entire walk. They're going to pull to the right, they're going to pull to the left, and that's okay because they haven't learned yet how to maintain themselves on the sidewalk. And that's kind of how our focus is. If it's always used to being distracted, it hasn't exactly learned yet how to keep focus on where it needs to be. So if you do get distracted, don't become upset, or try not to at least, and try not to judge yourself. Just simply guide your focus right back to your breath, at the tip of your nose, right above your lip, and just notice that air flowing in and flowing out. You know, the reason we use the breath is because it's in the present moment. The brain is anywhere but the present moment. Unless we're doing something that involves thought, like building a table or doing some calculations, we don't really use our brain in the present moment. We just sort of exist, and we're very present with no worries or about the future, no regrets about the past. It's only within the world of the brain that we have all of this stuff going on. And so when you turn away from it and instead turn to your breath, which is in the present moment, you start to experience great freedom. Now, it's not always easy, and it can be challenging. And when you continue to practice it, you will get better. If you listen to this nightly, don't be surprised if within a week or 2 weeks, you start to notice some changes in your focus. But for now, as we're getting ready to drift into this peaceful sleep, I want you to, on your next exhale, start to release the tension in your forehead as you breathe out. So as you breathe out, just gently release any tension you're holding in your forehead. On your next exhale, as you breathe out, gently release your eyebrows and let them float away from each other as you release some tension from between them. On your next exhale, go ahead and relax all the little muscles around your eyes, releasing that tension almost like you're letting them open up, but not quite. On your next exhale, see if you can let your cheeks and your jaw release some tension as you let your entire face just kind of become heavy. On your next exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders and release some of the tension as they fall away from your ears as you breathe out. On your next exhale, try the same with your upper back, letting yourself release some of the tension as you let the bed fully support your weight. On your next exhale, try the same with your middle back, really letting it sink into the bed and releasing any tension in your body. You'll be surprised at how much tension we pick up throughout the day just trying to hold our body together, or from the stressors from our day. On your next exhale, see if you can let your lower back relax and let your hips sort of unhinge as you breathe out, letting that connection between your lower back and your hips relax. On the next exhale, let's see if we can do the same with your hips and your legs. Now, your legs are often some of the largest muscles and bones in your entire body. So notice how it feels if you breathe out and you just let them become heavy on the bed. And then finally, as you breathe out, go ahead and take it all the way down to your toes, just letting your feet and your toes relax from supporting your weight all day. They're tired. And then in the next few breaths, go ahead and relax whatever part of the body you want to. Maybe it's your hands, maybe it's your arms, maybe it's a part we've already done that you want to go back and relax some more. Whatever feels good, go ahead and take this time to do it. And as you're laying there, focusing on your breath and your body, notice how you feel. You know, for some people, relaxing can actually make us uncomfortable. And if that's the case, I just welcome you to be aware of it. Notice, wow, I like to be tight, and it's hard for me to just be loose physically. Sometimes if we have trauma in our past or things we've gone through, it can be hard to let our bodies and our minds relax. And that's okay. Just be aware of the resistance. It doesn't mean you have to listen to it and tighten back up. You just have to notice, oh, for me, being relaxed is a little uncomfortable. But that's okay. I'm in a safe place. I'm in my room or somewhere where I feel safe. So it's okay. I'll just let myself feel this discomfort of relaxing. And over time, that discomfort will start to fade away the more that you train your body to relax. So continue to focus on your breath, and even though I like to use the tip of the nose right above the lip, you're welcome to use any part of your breath you want to. It could be the sensation going down your throat and back. It could be the rising and falling of your belly. Any part of the breath, as long as you stay focused and bring yourself back if you become distracted. That's the key. All right. And now, as you might be getting relaxed and hopefully feeling a little more sleepy, just remember, if you do wake up in the middle of the night and you have racing thoughts, you can always replay this meditation. And you can even use it on your own, just sort of recognizing your breath throughout the day and recognizing the difference between your brain and your breath. Very two different things. The brain is usually running in the past or the future, trying to solve some kind of problem that isn't happening right now. And the breath is happening in the present moment. It just cares about one thing, breathing and making sure you survive. So very different. Start to notice the difference throughout the day. And remember, you don't necessarily have to quiet the brain or be upset that you have an anxious brain or a distracted brain, because you can always step out of that brain. And if you can learn to step out of it, we almost remedy a lot of the issues that a lot of us face with our brains. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this bedtime meditation journey. I do hope that you have a wonderful night's sleep, and I look forward to joining you tomorrow night, or hopefully we can once again drift off peacefully into sleep.